So my new year, new army. Oh-ho-ho!
The new year means one thing and one thing only. A new army, of course. But let's add a little bit of a twist to it. This is when it'll be good to have a big villain mustache. So one of the most enjoyable things for me as a Warhammer collector is starting a brand new army. That feeling of the excitement of learning new armies, looking at the models you've got in the range, what colors you're going to paint them. And I want to take you along the journey with myself and Lloyd, hello Lloyd, of what it looks like when we start a new army. So let's jump into the journey, shall we? Every year, Games Workshop release bundle sets, and this is a fantastic place to start building a new army. So I thought this year we're going to start with one of those boxes. But instead of just picking one and saying, look, I'm going to go with this, I thought we would challenge ourselves a little bit and let the other person pick our army for us. Now you're probably wondering how we're going to pick between these 6 box sets. Honestly, 5 out of 6 of them look great. The Marines one, I'm not too sold on. So we asked each other which our top 3 picks would be, and that's going to help us narrow down a little bit which one we pick for the other person. So Lloyd has told me that he wouldn't mind getting the Orcs, the Astra Militarum, or the World Eaters. And my 3 picks are going to be the Tyranids, the Orcs, and the World Eaters. How am I going to pick which of those 3 I get for Lloyd? Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave that to the best boy in the world, Ollie. Let's see what he picks. All right. Good boy, good boy. Okay, Ollie, are you ready? His tail's wagging. On 3, 2, 1, go! Looks like we've got our decision made. Good boy, Ollie. Well done. As you can see, the best boy in the world did his job just fantastically, I'm sure you'll agree. In fact, drop a like if you appreciate what a great job Ollie did. But what army did he pick? You're just gonna have to stick around to find out, aren't you? You cheeky little monkeys. What was that? I'm about to order this up right now, and it should arrive in the next few days.
We're going to roll off.
Who should open it first?
We're going to roll off to see who opens it first. Go on, you go first, your house. He's rolled a 1, ladies and gentlemen. Can I beat it?
A 6!
He's rolled a 6! I'm going to open my one first. I've got no idea what it is. Are you sure?
This is yours. I believe this is yours.
So my new year, new army. Oh, the armoured might of the Astra Militarum. Look at that. Let's see how we go.
Hell yeah. And I have got the Tyranids.
We're now going to go and have a little bit of a look inside the boxes, so come and join us for that, and we'll start to have a chat about how we're perhaps going to build and expand these forces to the full 2,000 points of the challenge. Ooh, you can do it.
Okay, so firstly, Lloyd, are you happy with the decision?
Yes, very happy with this. I've wanted an Astra Militarum army for a long time. I've actually got quite a few Astra Militarum models, and probably like a lot of you out there, my pile of opportunity is rather large. Pile of potential, but we like to call it pile of opportunity because it's the opportunity to create greatness. And yes, this is probably the kick that I need to actually get those Astra Militarum models painted and on the table. And I'm very much looking forward to having a bit of a rematch when they are fully done in the summer. How about you? What were your Tyranids?
Tyranids are genuinely one of my favorite army models as well. I had some of them growing up. In fact, when Chris is here behind the camera, that's Chris. When we started playing together, I actually picked the Tyranids, and there's a bit of nostalgia for me around these models, and these are now brand new models.
Well, let's open these boxes and have a little look at them all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fresh plastic, you can't beat it, can you? But I know you're excited to get hold of some of these,
Yeah,
so let you go first. I'll move these out of the way.
I have Tyrant. I think I am going to build this as the Swarm Lord from our test game.
He's got a pretty nasty, I was going to say pair of bone swords, but he's got 4 of them.
4 of them.
I really like the way you can build the 3 different models from that same set of sprues. That's the Norn Emissary. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, he's a big boy. That is beautiful. I cannot wait to see the size of that thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Probably about that big off the table when he's fully built.
He's got some presence.
Yeah, and again, you can kind of do, we do 2 models with that as well, because you can do the Emissary and the, what's the other one you can do with it?
Assimilator?
Assimilator, that's right. And that one's, the Assimilator is really quite like freaky.
They look very much like Velociraptors. They've got that really long body, which is really cool. And then the Gene Stealers, again, different sculpts for these. Oh, I can't wait to beat these guys. Yeah.
So the old ones would fall over in anything more than sort of if you breed in the general direction.
I had to use coins.
Yes.
Super good coins underneath mine, just
that's a good idea.
And then there were like the monkeys in a barrel. You move one and 6 of them all move at the same time. Now I keep doing the annoying thing of looking online and looking at other people's Tyranid schemes.
On Tinternet?
I did, I think I have landed on a theme of the black and yellow. That Jormungandr-ish. I have added a couple little extra bits myself.
Well, you like your Norse mythology bit, doesn't it? And Jormungandr is linked with that.
Yes, which is which is, I feel like that's appropriate. I didn't want to do the box art. I've already painted Tyranids in the past, and I did the High Fleet Leviathan, the red carapace, and the kind of
That's High Fleet Kraken.
Kraken, that's the one.
Leviathan is the purple with the, well, it's the box art. Yeah, that is High Fleet Leviathan right there.
The main concern for me when it comes to painting is, am I going to enjoy it? Because there's a lot of models here. So I need to find a paint scheme that is going to not put my head away.
How many points are in this box?
I think I counted, if I build the Swarmlord, it's around 880, I think.
So there's another 1,100 points to paint. So yeah, I imagine that's going to go, well, saying that, you haven't decided on your list yet. It could just be all big bugs.
I could
Or
go
it could
with
be lots of little bugs, which would drive you insane.
So yeah, that's my main concern is, right, what paint scheme am I going to enjoy painting? I'm painting a lot of.
And we always talk about what's going to look good on a tabletop. Remember, you're stood looking at a tabletop. It's almost 6 foot away as it is.
Yes.
You know, so really, what's looking really good 6 foot away? We're not talking about producing heavy metal box jobs for this. So we're talking about something that's going to look really good and we're going to enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how your Jormungandr turns out when it's kind of all put together in the ravening horde. If you watch my channel, you know that I'll always paint box art because I like to show you how to paint the box art style and box art colours. But I think I'm going to take a little detour on this. It's a similar boat to you, really, whereby we've got 25 infantry troops in this, and by the time I finish the army I may even have another 25 as well. So it's kind of how do you keep it, because it's the guard, there'd be little inconsistencies, but generally the uniform will be pretty consistent across the board. So I think what I'm going to do, I was watching a playthrough of the new Rogue Trader game on PC, and there's a scene early on in the game where they land on a planet, and the Planetary Defence Force have got like a grey fatigue with a dark red flak armour. So I think that would be really nice. And actually, what's important about that is it'd be really easy to replicate as well on masses of models, because I'm probably thinking you spray the Mechanicus grey to start with, corn red base, null and oil wash, highlight up.
Simple steps
yeah,
for
really
a lot of
simple
models.
for a lot of models, which look quite nice and effective. I'm not sure how I'll do the tanks yet. I'm thinking potentially grey base with maybe some sort of red camouflage style on them. That is what I'm leaning towards.
We've picked two armies that they're not exactly limited in their model range.
No.
So we have got a lot of flexibility. So if I do want to lean more towards big, heavy monsters, I can. If I want to lean towards masses upon masses of small gribblies, then I can.
Yeah. And similar for me, really, I can go tank heavy with the remaining points I've got. So I think this comes out about 750 points for the 2 Rogal Dawns, the 20 troops and the 5 in the command squad. So yeah, so 750 points. There's a lot of points to play with. I think I'll probably try and find a balance because I want to get some Cassock in here because they're like really cool. And that grey and red
squad,
I like that proper like old school inquisitorial stormtrooper scheme as well. I think they look quite nice on
that's gonna be cool.
on the Cassock, yeah. We're in Belfast.
And we are on the way to the Warhammer store, pick up some paints.
We'll see if he sticks to just paints when we get there.
We'll see, we'll see.
So everyone's best intentions. Never
If you see me scratching my neck, you know that the plastic crack addiction is coming in strong.
So yeah, we're going to look at some models and see what we can pad out these new armies with, see what they've got, and maybe have a chat with the guys in the shop as well.
So we were discussing how we're going to bring the two armies together, because obviously if we're going to be playing against each other, at the end we want the armies to be thematically matched. That was going to really be brought together by the base.
Yeah, so I think we need to pick a base that really goes with
so we're thinking
Martian Iron Earth.
Yeah.
Because the colour will work nicely with your Tyranids. And then my guard, I think I'm going to go with grey fatigues, red flak armour, so that'll work with that as well, because it'll be like they're meant to be on that Martian death world, which hopefully will work really well. Stay tuned to find out.
What do you think we should do? Okay,
This is more of an FYI, we're not asking for input.
Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this, but your input's, valued.
Still valid.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think. This is one of those things where I'll get home and be like, I immediately forgot 6 of the paints.
Yeah, you're in danger of getting 10 paints for the price of 9, so you're committed now. I think you should go for it.
What's the best paint you could recommend everyone has in their toolkit? 2 of them specifically.
Two
please.
Well,
or 3.
I'd say Fist and Red is one of them.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I really like Corax White. A lot of people don't like Corax White, but I think it's great. It covers really well. Particularly if you want to paint bright colours and you've sprayed something with a dark undercoat. Corax White, 1, maybe 2 coats. Give you a nice smooth finish that you can do something like contrast paints over. So if you want to paint smooth yellow, Imperial Fist yellow paint over some Corax White works absolutely fantastically.
Yeah, that or the variant, which
Oh, it
looks
does the
pretty cool as
variant
well.
as well.
But I mean, look at how imposing that is. That Victor is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a cool model.
So I'm basically trying to decide what direction I want to take the Tyranids in. Do I want to go big and heavy, or do I want to have some sneaky boys? And from our test game last night, we actually played 1,000 points each with just the limited models we had. But the Death Leapers, or the Von Ryan's Leapers,
Von
were
Ryan's Leapers
very
are scary because they go very fast and they've got a lot of attacks. So if they get into your backfield, if you've got anything chewy, they are going to just eat. I'm going to say something really stupid now. And the models are always a lot smaller than I think they are. When you look at the artwork and on the website,
Oh, yeah.
zoomed in.
So what is the point of this entire process? It's not just another army to sit and collect dust on our shelves. Our goal is to build this army from scratch using this box set and get to the point where Lloyd and I have a battle later on in the year to see who comes out on top. I just want to say a massive thank you to Lloyd for picking out this box set. If you want to keep updated with this mini series, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about where I can take this army and what direction I go with it, including paint schemes, what models I pick. So I would love to hear your guys' feedback in the comments below. Let's get into a conversation in the comments below. Let me know whether you collect NIDs, if you played against them. I want to hear as many tips and tricks as you guys have. A massive thank you again for sticking around to the end of the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm out. I'm going to put the mic right beside him so he can hear him snoring. Being the best boy does require a lot of energy.